Hey, and welcome to the Inner Conductor Leading from Within channel. Today I'm going to talk about how I manifested, I love this word, how I manifested progressive workshop in Basel, in Switzerland. So as I said before, I'm really dedicated to Dr. Joe Dispenza's work. It helped me tremendously over these several years actually, doing his meditations, reading his books. And in 2023, I attended week-long in Vienna. And after that amazing week-long retreat, that was, such a powerful experience for me, I said, oh, I want to go again. And I saw it started, sometimes it starts with these synchronicities. I started to see it more and more again coming into my experience, all these signs, and I thought, oh, what's the next thing that can come now? So I shared this story with my friend, and I saw so many of my friends going to this progressive I think it was 2024, yeah. It was in Basel, and then it was Barcelona, and then it was the first time that I started to think, wow, what about progressive? What about progressive with my kids, for example? But I just let it go. I always do it like that. It's an intention. I know this is something that I want to do, but then I just let it go. And then my friend reached out and she said, oh, the tickets for Basel 2025 are already available. And at that time, I just knew that I want to take care of some other stuff. And I sent her a message. I said, okay, I'm putting this into the field. Let we see how we create, because if I need to be there, need in this quote unquote, then I will be there. And I just let it be. And then she asked me, but do you want to go? And I said, yeah, I really want to go. And at that time, I asked my kids, would you like to go to Progressive in Basel? And my daughter, she said, no way, immediately. And my son, for the first time, he said, yeah, that would be lovely. I would love to go. Or, yeah, I would go. So I talked to my friend and I said, look what happened, I actually even manifested, I asked my kids, that's something, wonderful. And then she said, yeah, but the tickets can go really fast. And I said, yeah, okay. I'm setting the intention, I'm just setting the vibe outside and let's see what happens. Because at that point, I just knew I just can't put any extra money on this. I just knew that at that time. And then I remember that day, I went to it was just the IKEA there with my kids, and my friend, she asked me again, and she said, look, is it are you really now sure that it's you and your son, or is it you and both of your kids, or whatever it is? And I said, yeah, it's me and the son in this, My daughter said no, and I respect that, and I think it's wonderful when they can say yes or no. It's wonderful that they have this clarity. And then we went to IKEA, we had a really lovely day, and after I came back to the car, my kids were already sitting in the car, and my friend, she just said, can you check your mail? And I went and I checked my mail, and there were 2 tickets. It's this golden ticket. It just means, that it's the parterre. I don't know it in English. And I just said, are you kidding? And then I remember when I knocked on the window of the car, and I said to my son, look, that's the way how you manifest. That's the way how you create. Of course, I was showing off a little bit, but that was the case for me. So my friend at that point, she really was expressing, or she was living this, what Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches, actually, this that you're so generous that you just know that you always have more than enough. And she was sharing this with us. And I was just so happy, because at that point, this was really something that helped me a lot. And it gave me so much of the motivation to just keep going. Because there are moments, where you feel a little bit, where I feel a little bit stuck, where I maybe don't see the results, outside of myself. But there is something in me that knows. And that was the thing. So we went there with my son. It was amazing. It was amazing experience. We connected so much, and it's so beautiful, And I just said, if he puts this into his life, wonderful. If not, then I at least know, he was there. He has this experience, how it is to be with so many people that, it's like in this Dispenza events, where you really connect with these amazing people who are aligned with themselves and who are really creators of their life. And yeah, so this was something I wanted to share, and it will stay in my heart forever. So if you have anything that came into your life that you manifested through different techniques or whatever, please do share, because that are the stories that are inspirational to all of us. And it's this infinite field of possibilities when you tune in into the version of yourself that is happy, joyous, creative, lives their purpose, and so on. Thank you for listening. All the best. Have a lovely day or evening. Bye.